Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl, Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Friends with Benefits, Season 4, Episode 11. Let's get it. Let's talk. So I want to say thank you to all my peeps, my peoples from the bottom of my heart. It's your girl, Mary Jane. So let's talk. Let's talk about Brooke at the picnic with Boobie. Her and Boobie are at the picnic together. They're chilling. They're on the beach. You know, there's water. There's a couch on the beach, which I don't know. I don't get. With a nice little sheet or a blanket, some type of quilt over it. And they're sitting in there talking. And they start talking about Hazel-E. Brooke's talking about she don't know why Hazel-E's so stressed, why she's holding on to you. Boobie, why she all up in your business. But this one thing I do like to say is like this episode reminded me of the Rugrats cartoon and also the Magic School Bus. It was just like, yo, it was just way too much stuff going on that didn't make any sense. It kind of like scrambled my brain. So anyways, so they're on the beach, they're talking and whatever, and so Brooke is just like, you know, Hazel is all up in my business. She's everywhere I go. I don't know what her problem is. She's just like basically saying that Hazel-E is a thorn in her side. That's what it is. And so, and she doesn't know why Hazel-E keeps coming after her. Well, basically it's a storyline for you, Brooke, and it's a storyline for Hazel-E. And so, you know, you guys could pretend and fight over Boobie, and Boobie can enjoy the pleasures of, you know, women acting like they want to be with him when they really don't want to be with him. And so, you know, Brooke is like, you know, what did you do to her? Did you set her up like this on the couch on the beach? Is that why she acting so crazy? And, you know, Brooke is like, this is some middle school shit. Like, no, Brooke, you are some middle school shit because you're running around town trying to make Marcus jealous over Boobie when you really want to be with Boobie and when you really want to be with Marcus. So you're acting like a teenager, a high school girl, not a grown woman, not somebody in their 30s or anything like that. You think to solve your problem is you're going to go flirt with another man, that's going to make your relationship better, it's going to make the situation better. Like, miss me with that craziness, Brooke. So if anything, you're doing middle school actions with Boobie and arguing over Boobie in public while, you know, Bridget is there with you, when you know Bridget is friend with Marcus and it's gonna get back to him and he does find out about it, and you start crying like, I don't know why this happened, Boobie. I don't know why this happened, Marcus. You're not gonna try to make me look back. I'm so sorry. I really love you. I really love you, Marcus. I really want to be with you. And then you walk off crying and leaving. Like, come on. But yeah, you're here on the beach with Boobie, you know, talking about going to vacation somewhere to some romantic getaway, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and you acting like you want to be with Boobie and make it work. Like, come on, like, miss me with all that craziness. And then Boobie's just enjoying the attention that he's getting, and it seems like Brooke enjoys married man because Marcus was married and Boobie's married. Even though him and Keyshia Cole are separated, he still got that title as the married man, and so did Marcus at one point in time. So she feels that, you know, Boobie's a lot better because it's up front with with him being married. And so it seems like Boobie is just putting out his resume, letting females know that he'll take them on trips, you know, to exclusive islands, and he will set up the beach, put a couch on the beach with some blankets, bring you some wine, bring you some roses, some candy, and some flowers, and that's how he woo you. So he's putting on his resume to let ladies know that he's available and he's romantic. That's what he's doing. And he's just sitting there like acting all like he's a child, like this is just everything, like he's never been in love before, like he never felt this feeling before, like Brooke is just this special individual. Like, come on, Boobie, stop it. You two guys gotta stop it. Both for you, Brooke and Boobie, stop this. This is not cool. And so so we get to Hazel-E, and she's at the spot, and then Alexis, Skyy show up or whatever, and they're talking and they're chilling, and basically they start talking about Masika, and started talking about how she's old and washed up. That's what Alexis Skyy says about, you know, Masika, that she's old and washed up and she ain't nothing but an old, you know, B word. And so that's when Hazel-E says, you know, like these females are just rotating. They're like rotating doors. Which be next? Whose turn is it next? It's her turn, and now it's your turn. So last she's out. So basically Hazel-E was like, you know, she fell off, you fell on Alex Skyy, so you're taking her place. It's like a rotating door. You get in where you fit in. Once somebody gets played, or, you know, they step out on the scene, you can come and try to take their spot and take their shine. In my opinion, that's what it seems like Hazel-E was saying to Alex when they was at the spa. And, Hazel-E says that her and Rose Burgundy are through. They're done. Not they're through or done. They're just unpaused because her mother's not feeling Rose Burgundy. It was just like when Hazel-E says, "You're out, Masika," and Alex Skyy, you're in now. I was like, y'all, were you guys on a whole stroll or something? What's going on with this? And so Hazel-E starts to brag to Alexis Skyy that, hey, she saw Boobie. She was rubbing all up on him. She was acting, she was all up on him and all this other stuff, bragging about that. And then she talks about how she got into a little altercation with, Brooke or whatever. Like, come on, like, why are you bragging about you was wiping sweat off of him, and it was all like it was intimate, like it was something. Like, come on, did you see it that way in your head, Hazel? Maybe you did, but I didn't. I'm like, yo. And so then Hazel-E starts to talk about, how, Brooke is broke and all this other stuff. Brooke is, she just be wilding. And also Brooke, Brooke did some shady crap. She posted a picture with Hazel-E's shoes that she has on Shoe Dazzle and said these shoes are not Hazel-E. Brooke posted a video, or she posted like a picture on her Twitter or her Instagram saying that, she got the Hazel-E shoes or whatever. They were only $10.47. She didn't have to pay that much for them. They're so cheap. And she said also she got two free. She was like saying like they gave the shoes away. She got the shoes for free. Whatever, just clowning, Hazel-E shoes. So it's like Brooke is taking it to a whole new level where she's going to order or get some free shoes that have that Hazel-E is behind with her name and her face on it, but not on the shoes, but on the brand. Then put them on, then post. It really sounds like you are pressed, Brooke, and that does sound like middle school. So yes, everything that you are doing is middle school. And so Hazel-E was like, you know what, she's broke or whatever, so I'll give her some shoes, I'll give her something or whatever. And plus, I heard that she wants to meet up with me because, Boobie told Brooke that she should sit down with Hazel-E and talk, like, which was a bad idea. And I'm surprised that Brooke even listened to the idea. And I'm surprised that Hazel-E even listened to that idea to sit and talk. When the last time they got together, they almost went to blows if it wasn't for security and like that little gate there to block people from entering and not from entering the location or whatever. So she's going to meet up with her and all that other good stuff. Sounds like a terrible idea. Doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't even make sense why Brooke would be posting pictures about Hazel's shoes. It doesn't make any sense why Hazel would be chasing after, Boobie, or acting like she wants to be with him, trying to make, Brooke jealous. It's just a new storyline when she knows that she's tied up with Rose Burgundy, even though they're on a break or whatever. And so, Hazel-E said she's gonna donate some shoes to her when she meets up with her, give her some gifts or whatever, because she's riding on her coattail and all this other stuff. So it's like, yeah, miss me with that. And so then we get Zell Swag. He's sitting at the club and he's there with Donatella, whoever she is, and I guess she's some manager. She manages, T.Y. Dollar Sign's sister. I think her last name is Angel. Her name is Angel Gold or whatever. And so he was talking to Donatella about dressing her up for a photo shoot or whatever. And so Donatella said, hey, listen, Masika said all these good things about you. So Masika was keeping a 100 with Zell Swag until he started to hang with Alexis or whatever. She just didn't get a chance to tell, Donatella that her and Zell Swag ain't rocking together. And Zell was like, it's all good. I don't care. I'm not going to let my beef for her stop me from getting money, because Donatella tells, Zell Swag that, I heard nothing but good things. She praises you, Masika praises you and she likes you, whatever, and you're good or whatever. And so Zell was like, well, let's turn up, let's party, whatever. And so Donatella was like, nah, let's get this photo shoot done, let's get business done, and then if everything goes well, we can really turn up. So Donatella is trying to act like she's about her business, but she's on this show for some bullshit too. She's on this show for some camera time. Her and Angel Gold, everybody's on the show for camera time. Come on, let's be real. And so Zell is like, I'm gonna turn up, I'm not gonna lose no money. And he's like, I got this, I got that, I need that bread, I need that paper, I need that broccoli, I need this, I need that. So then Zell Swag goes and turn up with AD sitting at the club, drinking her sorrows away, popping bottles like, hey, Moniece is so terrible, she's so bad, but she got you on this show, promoting whatever the hell you sell. And you gonna sit here and Moniece got beef with Alexis, and kind of like Zell too. Like this, like Zell has been switching sides. And if Moniece is your girlfriend or you had any type of respect for her, you wouldn't have been chilling with them. It's just been like, nah, I'm not gonna make the situation worse. Just like Brooke. If Brooke knows that, you know, Boobie got something for her, she might have something for Boobie, but it'll make Marcus jealous and Marcus upset, but she still wants to be with Marcus. So why would she use Boobie as a tool to, you know, try to hurt somebody else? The same thing that, you know, AD's doing. She's trying to use Zell and she's trying to use Alexis, Skyy to make Moniece jealous and make the situation worse, which sounds like you're a bad person, which sounds like you don't have your priorities all together. So you're trying to make it seem like you're innocent. First, you got this girl named Tiffany coming after Moniece and want to fight Moniece and all this other stuff, even though Moniece got some dirt in that situation too as well. But now you're taking it to another step by chilling with Alexis, Skyy, grinding up on her, kissing up on her, dancing on her, and then having pictures taken. And you know Moniece is gonna see him, and you know it. So like you said to Moniece, something got her attention, and it was like, yo, why are you childish? Like, if you're having problems in your relationship already and you're not sleeping together and you're not happy, why go out to a public place with your girlfriends supposed to be kind of like enemies and hang out with them, get drunk? Because we all know what's her name, AD paid the bill. She brought all them drinks, she brought all the shots, because Alex didn't bring no money and Zell didn't bring no money either. So they are getting messed up on AD's dime when she could have she could be investing that money in Moniece and her child. So anyways, it's a bad look. And Zell was like, oh, look at AD. She's all happy. Like, she's happy and horny. I never seen her that happy and horny when she's with Moniece, and like, ooh. And then, you know, Alex is like, yeah, you know, I want some girl tonight. I want some girl love. I want some girl this or whatever, and trying to get up all on AD because she knows that's going to make Moniece jealous. And Zell and Zell Swag and Alexis, Skyy know they're doing this for camera time. They're doing this for shooting to get filmed or whatever. So they're trying to ruffle feathers with anybody to be filmed and to make beef out of, not because you look terrible, Alex, because, you know, you said that, you know, what's her name, Masika was going after, you know, Fetty Wap behind your back when she knew that Fetty Wap had a girl, which was you. So now you're doing the same thing to Moniece by trying to go after AD and flirt with her and put your butt all over her and everything, let her smack. You didn't give her the permission to smack your ass, but you was all up on her and flirting with her, and you already said you wanted to make her jealous. So you're doing the same thing that you accused Masika doing. So what makes you any better? So you know better. So none of you know better. And also AD smacking Alexis, Skyy ass was terrible. Like, whoa, like, come on. And then you didn't come home that night. Even if you didn't hook up with Alexis, Skyy, you could have hooked up with somebody else. It's just that it's just a terrible look to do that, because if the shoe was on the other feet, you would not appreciate if somebody was smacking Moniece's ass and trying to get with her. But I know you guys did all this for a scene. You know, Tiara is not around. Can't film with Fizz no more. Tiffany's stuff got old, so here you guys go. And so, and AD is like, you know, she says she's 1 foot in and 1 foot out the relationship with, you know, Moniece. So anyways, I guess it is what it is. And AD is just chilling with Alexis, Skyy, dancing, have a good time. And Zell Swag is co-signing and trying to hopefully something will happen and hook up. Zell is messy because he's going against Moniece, and she hasn't really done nothing to him in the first place. Yeah, but she's been knowing Ray for a long time. But, you know, Zell Swag said since Masika, and since, you know, Moniece want to be running around with Mr. Ray and hanging with him and trying to get him to be friends with him and meet up, and Zell Swag feel like they're setting him up, so he's no more their team. He's team Alexis, Skyy now. So that's where he stands at the same. It's like these grown-ups could talk to each other, like, come on. But anyways, so I guess they ain't friends, and that's how it's gonna be. AD just looks terrible in the situation. She looks like she probably had something going on with Tiffany, or she just used Tiffany to make Moniece jealous and to keep that negative energy going. So it's not a good look, especially when there's a kid involved, even though it ain't your kid, AD. But you wanted to sign up to Playhouse, then Playhouse correctly. When things get bad, you don't stay out all night. When things get bad, you don't go with the person that you're dating enemies and hang out with them and buy them drinks all night. You don't do that. So then we get Nikki meets up with Chantel West, and Nikki meets up with Chantel West. They're chilling by the poolside. They're having a good time. They're hanging out or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Solo Lucci shows up. Solo Lucci and Chantel West, they started flirting with each other and all this other good stuff. And it's looking good. And, Solo Lucci was like, you do music? I heard you do music. And, Alexis Skyy, she was like, yeah. No, Chantel West. I heard you do music. She was like, yeah, I do music. I do music. I do all the type of music. I do talk shows. I do music. I'm popping. I'm the shit. And so then, what's his name? Safari shows up and they're just chilling and whatever, talking. And so Solo Lucci says, hey, I think Solo Lucci says he's a Virgo or a Taurus. And she goes, she's a Taurus. He's a Virgo and she's a Taurus or whatever. And so, or something, or it's vice versa. And Solo Lucci says to her, like, that means you're going to follow your lead. You're going to follow my lead. Then I like that. You're going to follow my lead. And he was like, I want to hang out with you a little bit so I can feel you, so I can fill you up, so I can feel a little bit of that. So basically, Solo Lucci was saying, I want to hang out with you so I can feel a little bit of that PUSSY. He wanted to feel some of that. He wanted to see how it feels, see if it's all good. And so anyways, they make plans to go out on a date to see what happens with that situation. Like, then they go out on a date, and Solo Lucci's there with, not Masika, there with Nikki Baby, and Safari's there, Chantel West is there, they're talking whatever. Safari and Nikki, they move from the scene, and then Solo Lucci's talking about it's all big in Texas, and he grabs onto his penis, holding onto his penis, and like everything's big in Texas. That is so disgusting and nasty. You was just hooking up with Alexis Skyy, and now you come to me and you showing me your penis. It was so skeevy and so creepy. I was like, ew. That's just like a turn off to do that in public. Like, but at least he's letting her know exactly what he wants. He wants to tap that what, and he's not trying to get anything misunderstood or misinterpreted. He's telling he wants some PU. And he says, that he's not really a producer, but he does artist development, and he's gonna develop them breasts on her. And he's talking about her breasts and how good they look, and she's talking about how good her breasts look. So they'll be hooking up soon. I hope they use protection. Mad skeevy. And I don't know, Chantel West is doing this for camera time most likely. Solo Lucci is doing it for camera time most likely because they don't have anybody else to really film with. But Solo Lucci does have A1, but A1's busy doing his thing, I guess. So they do their thing. So everybody got a scene done together. It was Nikki Baby, Safari, Chantel West, and Solo Lucci. They all filmed the scene at the bowling alley, about to get bowled down. Some bow down. I'm like, yo, that was so disgusting when he was just grabbing his penis. Like, yo, come on. And so then we get Keyshia Cole. She meets up with Boobie. They at the store shopping. Boobie tells her that, hey, he's feeling, Brooke, and he wants something with Brooke, want to do something with Brooke or whatever. And she was like, okay, that's good. That sounds wonderful. Congratulations. Boobie's acting like he's all in love, but he's not sure. So whatever. And Keyshia Cole's like, good for you. I done moved on. I done saw bigger seas and higher seas. And if you and Brooke want to do it, then you do it. You guys are good friends. So that's what it is. I'm like, yo, Keyshia Cole don't give two cares. So we get who's up next? Who's up next in this? I guess Moniece meets up with Masika, and they're talking about AD and Alexis Skyy basically. And then Moniece is showing Masika about, the videotape with AD out with Alexis Skyy and Zell Swag, dancing and being all on each other and flirting and just doing the most. And Masika's just like, yo, you need to leave, AD. She crossed the line. It's over, out the door. Please, I will I would cut her off, you know. And Moniece is like, you know, this really cuts deep. AD chilling with them or whatever. And then they're upset with Zell Swag. And Masika is like, yo, listen, if you want me to, I'll go to your house with the trash bags. We'll put her trash in the trash bags because they're already in trash bags, and throw him out on the street. So basically, Masika was like, yo, we'll throw, you know, Zell Swag out on the street, because I guess Zell Swag is living up in Moniece's house right now. How he gonna be living up in her house and do some grimy things like that to her? So I guess that's how it is with them. It sounds like if you living in my house and I give you a place to stay, you don't go hang out with my girlfriend and then, you know, bring Alexis, Skyy, that is my enemy, that you know is my enemy, and I don't really rock with her like that, and then you're co-signing everything that's going down, and you don't even inform me and let me know what's going on if we cool. Because Monique and Zell gotta be cool because he's living in her house. That's what the story is. That's what everybody's saying. So anyways, we get Brooke, we get James and Brooke or whatever. James, is it James? I guess it's one of them out there. But anyways, we got to get to it's just too much. I mean, they're just going in. So we get Marcus, he's chilling in the club or whatever, and he's chilling with James, and James is talking about how bad the relationship is with, you know, no, it's actually Bridget and Marcus chilling in the studio doing a song. Bridget is talking about how things ain't good with her and James. He won't forgive her. He doesn't act like her lover. He acts like more of a manager. And, you know, Marcus was like, well, you got to do what you got to do. Like, if you want to move on, move on. You like, you know, don't. I got your back no matter what. And she was like, speaking of having my back, you know, I saw Brooke, and Brooke was out there fighting over you. Fighting over Boobie with, you know, Hazel-E. And he was like, and Marcus was like, yeah, I know that girl, Hazel-E. So Bridget's sitting there crying or whatever. So Bridget, I think you cheated on James enough. Just move on and find somebody else. It'll be easy. You already found 7 people that you felt were better than James. So I guarantee you can find another one. And James, you know, you're never going to trust her again. So just move on from Bridget. Just be her manager. If you can't be her manager, just lead her in the right direction. You're leading her towards Marcus, and then move forward. And so then Marcus shows, you know, Bridget that he has a ring. He brought a ring for Brooke or whatever. And so he's thinking about taking it back, and Bridget's like, no, don't take it back right now, just hold on or whatever. Basically trying to see if there's still some hope with that relationship. And so anyways, Brooke says that she has Marcus's back to the fullest, and she snitches all over down on Brooke about her fighting over Boobie with Hazel-E and going home with Boobie, and she thinks something could be going on, so it's whatever. And so then Brooke is so shady. When Brooke took the picture and said, these shoes only cost $10.74. I could pay for these gladiators because they sent me 2 pair for free. I'm like, she is cold-blooded. She's cold-blooded or whatever. And so then it's just too much. Oh man, I was like, yo. And Marcus acting like he's so upset. But how is he so upset? Because he was just dealing with Jade a few months ago or 2 months ago, and he was still married at the same time. So he was married and dealing with the paralegal at the same time, and he's upset. He should just let her, you know, run around town with Boobie or whatever, and knowing she's coming back home, because he's saying, you know what, Brooke keeps calling me, and Brooke keeps calling him because Brooke has more feelings for Marcus than she does for Boobie. She just playing them reckless games, and real life people get hurt behind them games. And so Moniece meets up with AD, and they started to talk or whatever, and AD was like, well, I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you guys, I got your attention, you know. So AD is basically throwing it in Moniece's face that, hey, listen, I guess I was out there chilling with Alexis, Skyy, and Zell Swag or whatever. It got your attention. It got you this. And so AD is just like, yo, I don't really want to be together, really. He's like, I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I want to move out. I want to go. I want to do this. I want to do that. Boom. Bye, bitch. And so Moniece was like, well, so if you move out, you know what I told you, it's over. And Moniece was like, you know, I can't believe you did this. You really crossed the line. buddy, this is really bad. And why? And then AD's up to no good again. AD running around with Alexis, Skyy, and running around with, Zell Swag, running, their business. And then AD was running a business to Tiffany. So AD can't keep a secret, can't hold water, just nothing but like to start trouble in her own relationship. So anyways, that's just dust. And so James and Marcus, they meet up there talking or whatever. And James is just like, he don't know if he really wants to be with Bridget because of this, because of that. And so Marcus is like, well, if you want to move on, then keep going. If you can't forgive her. And James is like, he don't know what to do about Brooke. And then that is when, who shows up? None other than Brooke. She shows up. And she talking to her friend or whatever. And her friend was like, you know what? I got Marcus here. And I want you to talk to him and make things right. And all this other stuff. And she was like, I got him here. And so, boom. She goes over there. She talks to him. And, she played that guilt trip. She started crying. And she realized that, hey, maybe I did mess up. Maybe it was stupid of me to be running around with Boobie trying to make you jealous. And because Marcus was like, yo, when you told me to bring that girl Jade to the smoke shop and dead that relationship, I dead it in front of you. I told her that it was over and I left out with you. Then you dissed me. You've been running around town with Boobie making me look stupid. My daughter loves you. My mother loves you. Everybody loves you. And, I'm done with this, blah, blah, blah. And so then that's when he turned the tables on Brooke, and she started crying. She was like, I didn't mean for it to go this far. I didn't mean for this to happen. So now she's having regret, and he played her at her own game. So she thought that she was winning, but she wasn't. She let him flip the script on her real quick, made her leave crying. And he stood up there like, bye. And she walking away. He's looking at that body like, yeah, I can get 5 more. Basically, that's how he was looking. Like, you ain't going to be playing me like that. But if we going to make this money together, you going to get it right. And so Brooke is going to get it right. You watch. But she might mess up again. Oh, God. And so then Angel Gold, she's getting styled and she's getting dressed by none other than Zell Swag. And guess who walks in the building? Donatella walks in the building. Masika walks in the building. And Donatella said, hey, did you get my text, Zell Swag, that we didn't need you? We don't need your services. It's no longer needed. And so then Zell Swag was like, hey, listen, this was free. It's not like nobody was paying me. This is a free event. And so the Masika was like, you should be used to it because you never get paid. Basically saying to me, in my opinion, that Zell don't get paid for what he does or whatever. Like, he be bending it over. He be doing his thing for free, basically saying you never get paid. Nobody ever drops no dollars in your pocket. To me, that's what Masika was saying. And he was like, no, what you talking about? You don't even have a budget. You don't even know what a budget is to Masika. So Masika, and it's like, oh goodness, they're just going back and forth, and it's embarrassing. But before I move on from that, Hazel-E meets up with what's her name, Brooke, and then she brings her some shoes and stuff like that. And then what is her name? Hazel-E says to her, I brought you some gifts because I know you broke. I know you're on a broke team. I know you don't got no money or whatever. And then she sits down, and then that's when Brooke goes, oh, where I come from, we talk with these hands. And so then Brooke reaches towards, Hazel-E. Hazel-E reached back, and they started throwing stuff, and they started calling each other's name, talking about each other. Hazel-E was like, these are my boots, these are my shoes. And so then Brooke says, I can get 100 of them. And Hazel-E got real mad, hung the shoes at her. Brooke was tearing up that restaurant, trying to get at Hazel-E, knocking over tables, throwing things. She was moving fast. She was moving like she played sports, boy. she was moving like she's one of the Serena sisters, boy. Like she's Venus. And so security keeps breaking it up, and they're calling each other broke and talking about each other's body. Oh, your body's this, or your body's that. Oh, I got money. Oh, no, you don't. Like, come on, like that's stuff like that. Like, yo, middle school. Brooke, you're right. Everything's middle school with you. I guess everybody else too. So they do their thing, and so the scene's over, but Brooke is still trying to go after Hazel-E. And it's like, you know, I know Brooke took it like disrespect, her calling her Brooke to her face, but Brooke, you know, you shaded her with her brand, with her shoes, dissing her shoes or whatever. So, and you put a post out there, so, and you did that in front of the media, so she's doing it to you on VH1 Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, trying to shade you, talking about you broke, you don't got nothing. but Brooke was like, yo, I could buy 100 of them. But yo, like, there was no need to. They could have just went at each other. They didn't have to argue, because Hazel-E dissed her by bringing her some material, her some shoes, and Brooke dissed her by making that post about Hazel-E shoes. Like, you know, whatever. So anyway, so we get back to Zell Swag and Masika. They're going at it or whatever, talking junk. And so Donatella was like, you have been replaced, and you could, and then the new stylist is walking in with the, you know, with that plaid, red and black plaid shirt, picnic table, and he brings all these new clothes in, and he starts to get ready to go. And so Masika is calling Zell fake, no loyal. Zell saying the same thing about her, that she's running around with, you know, who, Ray, and he's running around with Alexis, Skyy. There's no loyalty, there's no friends, they don't got each other's back. So basically they're just poking jabs. You know, Masika's just saying like, yo, I never dissed you, I never talked bad about you. He was like, yes you did. And so they going back and forth at each other, and he's saying that you don't got no budget, you ain't never had no budget. She called him broke, and she's talking about him in a trash bag, living in a trash bag, and she met him through Jarrell. That was Zell Swag was sleeping on his couch, staying with him. So she started opening doors for him and giving him opportunities, and this is how he repays her. So she doesn't appreciate it. So that's why Masika be going around talking about she be making hoes famous or whatever. And so Zell is just like, Zell was like, but wasn't you on Section 8? Like, you was only paying $400 a month. Don't act like I don't know your business. And she was like, Ray been my friend for 10 years. And so basically she's just trying to say, you don't even really know Alexis, Skyy. And Zell was like, well, she's cool with me and you're running around with my enemy. We don't even really know why they're enemies. Is because one was sleeping with the other. I guess Hollywood is just as small as everywhere else, where everybody sleeps around with everybody. Everybody know who's been with this one and who's been with that. So they play bed musical chairs or whatever, friends with benefits all over the place, behind the dumpster, in the dumpster, who knows. And so they're going back and forth. Masika brings dog treats and she throws them at him. Zell picks them up, throws them back at her, and they go back and forth talking about how they betrayed each other, how they're really not friends. It's like all like little kid stuff. So we'll see what happens. And it was like, don't speak to me about loyalty. Loyalty does not exist here. Peace, I'm out. Straight rug rack, straight muffin, straight brain freeze, straight scrambled eggs brain.